Mario Rodriguez here, and you're watching Mark's Wrestling Aftershock Reviews, where it's still real to me. Now, today I'm going to be talking mostly about WWE Elimination Chamber. I don't think I have that much gossip in the world of wrestling. Well, actually, I do have a little bit of gossip here and there. Dean Ambrose is considering leaving WWE. I don't know if it's like 100% official yet, because of course, I assume Vince McMahon is going to be throwing money his way to keep him. But in April, his contract's going to expire. He doesn't want to renew it. He wants to leave. I assume after WrestleMania, because of course you don't want to miss out on the big WrestleMania paycheck. I don't know if they'll do some kind of storyline that kind of explains maybe he'll get injured and he's gone or something. I don't know. But yeah, he's potentially leaving in April. He's leaving. I don't know what he's going to do. Of course, we're all joking about, you know, like, hey, maybe he's going to go to AEW. And actually, if they can get like a big star, a big, you know, big name WWE star, because I do know that a lot of people out there only care about WWE. They only see it as like the only wrestling one. They don't really care about Cody Rhodes or Kenny Omega. A lot of fans are probably Kenny Omega who, you know. So they could get Dean Ambrose there. That would like really make big shockwaves amongst like the wrestling, you know, industry or whatever. But on other news with Dean Ambrose, he's also, what's happening? Oh, he was supposed to have like an intergender match with Nia Jax. It was supposed to be, I guess, at a house show, not an actual pay-per-view or an episode of Raw, SmackDown, whatever. But they're supposed to do an intergender match. They're going to try to bring that back, or at least they tried to. I guess the advertisers, the sponsors or whatever, they didn't want to see, you know, Dean Ambrose attack her, because I assume it's going to be like a straight-up fight, you know, like actually wrestling and, you know, hitting her with dirty deeds and stuff like that. So, yeah, the producers put a stop to it, so I guess we're not going to see it, or maybe WWE will kind of wait and see if they can try it again when the climate doesn't get so sensitive about it. Because, I mean, this is something that's been going on in the indies for a while. I mean, Tessa Blanchard fights against guys, like on a regular basis in the indies, and Maya Yim also fights against guys. Like, a lot of wrestlers fight against guys. There was this one wrestler I saw on a tape here that I got from Pro Wrestling Crate. Her character name was Sally Stitches, and her costume was kind of based on Sally Stitches from, I guess, I don't know, I think it's a Nightmare Before Christmas, or one of those movies. I'm sorry, I don't know the characters, except for Jack Skellington. I don't know the rest of the cast. I still have to see the movie. But this wrestler had that motif of Sally Stitches, and all the video I've seen of her, she's fighting against guys, and it's like not holding back. I mean, the guys are still doing suplexes and power bombs or whatever. So I guess people didn't want to see, you know, Dean Ambrose trying to, you know, power bomb Nia Jax or whatever, you know. So, you know, we'll see how that goes. And yeah, AEW is sold out. They're going to be in Las Vegas, I believe, March, May, one of those months. But they're already sold out. Apparently they sold out within 4 hours. And also, my understanding is that there's some miscommunication or unorganization there, because a lot of people that were supposed to like pre-order their tickets or get their tickets at some kind of deal or some kind of, I guess there's a thing where you got to put a code somewhere, and you get the code, you get your ticket guaranteed or whatever. And for some people, I guess the code didn't work, and now it's too late because it's sold out. So unfortunately, a couple of people out there that I believe they paid. I don't know how that code works, because I wasn't really trying to. I was no plans to go to see that event, but I don't know if it, I assume it costs money or whatever for the code, or I don't. You guys can tell me in the comments how that worked. But assuming they did pay a you know, good deal of money for some kind of activation code for them to sit like, you know, front row seats at this event, like for them to like not have the code work and nothing to be done about it, they're losing money and they're gonna miss the event. And the event is already sold out, so it's like too late to get a new ticket, or I don't know. But yeah, AEW is kind of facing a bit of stuff like that. I don't think they made like the big news, but a lot of people I know that are like huge fans of wrestling, they are trying to book tickets to go there, are having issues with that. So that's kind of a thing there. And yeah, that's basically it. I'm gonna get into Elimination Chamber. There's a couple of things I'm gonna mention here and there because they kind of sort of involve it, so I don't want to get off topic too much. So the kickoff match here, I missed the kickoff show. I like miss the kickoff shows these days anyways, lately. It's a singles match for the WWE Cruiserweight Championship. It's Akira Tozawa versus Buddy Murphy, and Buddy Murphy won, so that's kind of cool. Maybe I'll go back and watch them. I think they should probably do like Like, they should maybe, like, make a DVD, Blu-ray, whatever, Blu-ray nowadays, right? They should make a Blu-ray or something that's a collection of all the kickoff show matches and just sell it like that. Like, just call it, like, the best kickoff matches of, 2018 or something, 2019, whatever. You know, like, when you guys actually purchase a pay-per-view, that's another thing. When you guys get the pay-per-view, like the wrestlers get, like, I guess, I don't know, I don't want to say proceeds, like royalties, they get paid something for being on the pay-per-view, okay? So you're like at WrestleMania, SummerSlam, whatever, you get paid extra because you're on it, and, as you sell the DVDs and the package deals for pay-per-view, all that stuff is getting sold, you get a cut. But unfortunately, if you're on the kickoff show, so it doesn't really count as a pay-per-view, like, I don't think, and that's kind of dumb, because in the modern era that we got Blu-ray, they should do like a thing where, like, let's say WrestleMania's on Blu-ray, but one of the bonus features is the 2-hour kickoff show or something. Like, if the kickoff shows are going to be 2 to 3 hours long sometimes, they should be, somewhere. But, the whole thing I'm trying to say is, those guys on the kickoff show, in this case here, Buddy Murphy and Akira Tozawa, are not going to get paid extra because whenever the DVD, Blu-ray, whatever, Elimination Chamber 2019 comes out for sale and stuff like that, their match is not going to be on it. They're not going to get paid for it. So they should sell some DVD with a collection of all the kickoff show matches. Cut out all the commentary, whatever, and just put the matches. And, it'll be kind of good. That's why a lot of people get upset that sometimes some of the real big stars are just crammed to the kickoff show because they're losing out on the money that they would have gotten if they were in the actual pay-per-view, So, and also, in my opinion, title defenses, like this, like for the Cruiserweight Championship, title defenses should not be in the kickoff show because, it's the title defense, like what the hell. So anyways, we started off with a hell of a good match here. It was the female tag team Elimination Chamber match, and whoever wins will be the first ever women's tag team champions. Because yes, now they got tag team titles. I think it's just one. It's not like the Raw and SmackDown. It's just one. To be honest, there aren't enough women in the roster right now for like a proper like 2 tag team divisions. So I guess we'll see how it works. I guess whenever they have a pay-per-view, it's kind of like a mixed brand pay-per-view. The title will bounce back and forth between Raw and SmackDown. But anyways, the contenders we had here were Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville. We have Liv Morgan and Sarah Logan. And for the Right Squad, we had Tamina and Nia Jax. And, we have the Iconics, which were Billy Ray and Peyton Royce. Let me see if I missed anybody. We got Naomi and Carmella. Now they're called the Fabulous Glow, which is okay. And, of course, Bayley and Sasha Banks, which is the Boston Hug Connection. And they're actually, I think they're like the actual tag team that's been around for an actual while here. So anyways, Elimination Chamber, 2 people start fighting. I guess in this case 2 tag teams start fighting. The others are in 4 pods. After a certain amount of time, the pods open up, they come in, and, whoever's the last person standing from, pin or submission will be the one to win, which in this case is for the tag team titles. So, yeah, offhand, I don't remember too many spots in there. Unfortunately, Naomi and Carmella didn't do too much. And in fact, I don't even know how long this Fabulous Glow has been around, because last I remember, Naomi was tag teaming with Asuka, but whatever. But the funny thing I remember the most was the Iconics were there and kicking ass and stuff, but they were kind of running away. They wanted to avoid Nia Jax and Tamina at all costs, because they're like the bigger, more powerful women there. And so the moment that it was finally their turn, the moment that Tamina and Nia Jax came out of their pods and stuff, the Iconics basically hid in the pods themselves so that so they could just stay out of the way, because I think Nia Jax and Tamina were the last ones out. So like at this time, the women that were there were all injured, tired, worn out, whatever. So they were like easy pickings. They were just. Tamina and Nia Jax were just cleaning house, just beating the crap out of everyone, 0 opposition whatsoever, while the Iconics were hiding in the pod, just, being safe until they turn and see them. They're like, aha, you're in the pod. So they start, banging on it and everything, and just forcing the doors open and yanking the Iconics out. And then it's like, oh shit, like, they both Tamina and Nia Jax picked up their respective person of the Iconics, Royce and Billy Kay. They picked them up. and swung him into one side of the cage, and then swung him on the other side of the cage, and back and forth. And I was like, oh, dude, that shit's nasty. That's just, I don't know. It's like, oh god. So yeah, they got battered and they got taken out. Eventually, Nia Jax ran into one of them. She was gonna run into someone, but she accidentally ran right through the doors. Like, she smashed through the doors of the pod and was still unconscious. And while she was out of the game, Sasha Banks and Bayley both pinned Tamina, and they got them out. So the last people there were basically Sasha Banks and Bayley against Sonya Deville, Mandy Rose. That were, I mean, they got no official name, but they were part of oh my god, what was Paige's team called? Absolution. They're a part of Absolution. Of course, with that Paige, they have no tag team name. In my opinion, you should just keep it, but whatever. But anyway, I'll call them Absolution for now. Hashtag remember Absolution. So, yeah, in the end, I forgot exactly what they did, but Sasha Banks and Bayley did manage to pin Sonya Deville down, and like, they did like a double pin or something where she couldn't like tap out or kick out or whatever. And yes, Sasha Banks and Bayley were the first ever tag team champions, and it was super awesome. Like to be honest, I kind of thought they were gonna kind of sort of win, but like, when the final people were them and Sonya and Mandy, I was like, yeah, they're gonna win. But it was still cool to see. It's still pretty awesome. I'm a big fan of Sasha Banks, a big fan of, well, I mean, I guess I'm a fan of Bayley, but I'm a big fan of Sasha Banks most of all. And hopefully, since there's a tag team title, I mean, I know it's not the same like being like, like a solo champion, but hopefully as part of a tag team title, this is the championship that Sasha Banks can actually keep for a while and not lose it like over the weekend, like the next episode of Raw. Oh, they lost the title, or something like that. Let's hope that there's like some way for her to keep a title reign, kind of like Randy Orton and Bray Wyatt. Like, they didn't want Bray Wyatt to have a lengthy title, but whenever he was champion with when he was tag team champion with Randy Orton, they at least kept it for a while. So let's hope that Sasha Banks and Bayley keep your titles for a while. And after that, the question is, who's going to be the tag team and take them out? So we'll find out. We're going to have to see actual tag team divisions, So, the next match here were the Usos versus The Miz and Shane, because now The Miz and Shane McMahon are actually a tag team, and they actually get along. They get along, they're buddy-buddy. It was kind of cool. I guess Miz is a face now. They were actually cheering for Miz. Well, actually, it was kind of an emotional match. Before the match started, his wife came out, Maurice came out, and they announced that Maurice is pregnant again. She's going to have another baby. So it was kind of like this match is for my wife. This match is for my baby. This match is for my family. I think like he was saying, I think he said that my father is watching this match. So it was like a big match. And honestly, I was really thinking they were going to win. But, yeah, I was really surprised. The Usos, of course, did a good match there. It all came down when Shane did a coast-to-coast. He was going to do a coast-to-coast off the rope down into the table to hit one of the Usos. And I honestly forgot if the Usos got out of the way or if they got hit. But the thing is, after that, Shane was basically out of commission. Yeah, I think Shane probably attacked one of the Usos and took him out. But The Miz was going to fight against the other Uso. And The Miz was trying to do the Skull Crusher finale. But, like, I guess the Uso, Jimmy, one of the, I can't tell apart, I'm sorry, got out of it or something. Or I think The Miz hit him and he was going to do the pin, but somehow the Uso like reversed it, and it became like a rollover pin of sorts. It was like kind of like a chicken wing rollover pin or something, and I was surprised. It was like 1, 2, 3. It was so fast. I was expecting him to kick out, and like they lost. And I'm like, holy shit, because they just got the titles like in Royal Rumble. They weren't champs for too long, and like they beat the bar for the titles, and now they lost them to the Usos so quickly. And I was surprised. I was honestly surprised. The Miz was like just shocked, and there was a little segment later on when Shane's like, I guess, under recovery, and the Miz is just pissed off and breaking stuff and whatever. He's just pissed because, like, he embarrassed himself because it was, a match for his wife, his baby, his father, and he feels that he let Shane down. So it's kind of a different side of the Miz character-wise, where normally the Miz would have, the more scummy, heel Miz would have somehow blamed Shane. He would have like said, "The Shane's fault. Where were you? Where were you during the match?" or something. But this is a more humble Miz. He's really blaming himself, and it's actually kind of interesting to see the character there. I always liked them. I always liked him for being an asshole, but it's kind of cool that now people are actually cheering him on. He's actually a face now, and it somehow works because he still keeps his arrogant, all about him attitude, so it's still kind of cool. So anyways, the next match was Finn Balor. It was supposed to be a, how should I say, 2-on-1 handicap match. It was supposed to be, what's his name? Bobby Lashley and Lio Rush versus Finn Balor. And as for Lio Rush, oh god, he's so scrawny. I guess it's just a difference because, he's a cruiserweight compared to these other guys. Because you don't think Finn Balor is like a real big dude, but he is a big dude compared to Lio Rush. But the thing is, the way Lio Rush looked in this match, from what I heard, he does good matches in 205 Live, and I'm thinking, how? He looks like the 205 guy, the 205 Live guys who just mopped the floor with him. I don't know, like against like what was this guy named, Buddy Murphy and stuff. Buddy Murphy would eat him alive. Like Mustafa Ali would beat the crap out of him. I don't know what Lio Rush is doing. But anyways, what can I say? It was very predictable because right off the bat, like the commentators would keep reminding us over and over and over that Lio Rush is the weak link and whatever, and Finn Balor can actually pin him, and he can actually, because what's his name? Lashley is the champion, the WWE Intercontinental Champion. So if Balor takes out Lio Rush and pins him, like, Lashley can lose his title even if he himself is not pinned. So they kind of keep repeating that over and over and over. And that's the thing though, I kind of feel that in a certain way, wrestling insults the audience because they always gotta remind you. Like even when it's no disqualification match and someone grabs a chair, they gotta tell you 10 times, oh my god, it's a chair. And remember, there's no disqualification. It all counts in a no disqualification match. It's like, oh, yeah, you told us 50 times already. So yeah, they kind of hit you on the head. They kind of hit you over the head with it a couple of times. So they mentioned like so many times. There was even an interview with a reporter. I don't know which one it was. I don't memorize them all except for maybe JoJo and Renee Young. I guess Renee Young's no longer a reporter because now she's commentary. But one of them was actually saying, you do realize that, Lio Rush is kind of like the weak link. Like there's a chance that Finn Balor can pin him and you're going to lose the title, right? Like, what would you do if that happens? So they kind of choreographed the whole thing. In my opinion, I was kind of sort of hoping Lio Rush would still, sneak a win somehow, some way or something. But, So, yeah, it was what you expect. Lio Rush was worthless, running around, acting stupid. Bobby Lashley was putting Finn Balor away for the most part. Near the end, when Finn Balor was down, and I guess Bobby was getting ready to charge him or something, Lio Rush tags himself in, and it's like, I got this, don't worry, I got this, or whatever, but of course he fucked it up, and Finn Balor got him, and Finn Balor, I think he punched Bobby Lashley out of the ring to not interfere, and yeah, he got him in the coup de grace, 1, 2, 3, and now Finn Balor is the new Intercontinental Champion, and Bobby's super pissed, and Lio Rush is apologizing or whatever, and this is a good fake out, because Bobby Lashley got real pissed, and he was acting like he was going to choke him and stuff, but he kind of let go. It was kind of like the, oh shit, what am I doing? Dude, I'm sorry, whatever. Lio Rush is on the floor. Bobby Lashley acts like he's going to pick him up, come on, I'll help you out, man, I'm sorry, whatever. But no, he grabs him and slams his ass down, and oh shit. So I think from now on, Bobby Lashley's going to be by himself. We'll see what happens with Lio Rush, or we'll see if Lio Rush tries to apologize. I missed Raw or SmackDown. I don't know which event they're on. I think it's Raw, but yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Raw. But yeah, it might be the end of Lio Rush working with Bobby Lashley and everything. We'll see what happens. So the next match was an embarrassing squash match. Even says here it's a minute and 40 seconds. Yeah, a minute and 40 seconds. Ruby Riott versus Ronda Rousey for the WWE Raw Women's Championship. And honestly speaking, they fed Ruby over to her. And I'm so confused because Ruby's supposed to have good skill. And she loses almost every match she's in, but when she's in the ring, the commentary keeps saying, oh, she's gonna be awesome, she keeps saying she's gonna be champ someday, oh my god, she's got the tools to be the champ, she's gonna be awesome, and then she fucking loses in seconds or whatever. So this match is not even the full 2 minutes long, and that's another thing I hate about Ronda Rousey. I hate how the armbar is so protected in the way that she could literally just put it down, she could just put you in the armbar the minute the match starts, the end, But, yeah, that's basically what happened. Ruby tried her best to avoid it, but when she got to the armbar, she tapped out. That's another thing I hate. I hate how like the moment they put the move on, I guess it's so painful that they tap out right away. You rarely see. I think Becky Lynch is probably the only one I've seen. Maybe Becky or Charlotte were the only ones I've seen that actually like fight and struggle and try to resist or whatever. But anybody else, the moment they're put in there, oh my god, tapping. Like sometimes I think that she's not even like finished putting the move on right, and they're already tapping out like they missed their cue. I don't know, but and yes, I'll also mention the fact that Ronda Rousey was dressed up as Sonya Blade from Mortal Kombat 11 because yes, Ronda Rousey is voicing Sonya Blade in Mortal Kombat 11. There's been a couple of insults, criticisms I should say, because her acting really sucks. It does kind of, like, I don't know if they're going to change it or not. Probably not. Probably it's too late now. But most of Sonya Blade's lines, no matter what emotion she's supposed to be inflicting, it does kind of sound like Ronda's just reading the paper, or she just has that same kind of stern voice without, like, infliction. I don't know. And I'm not 100% sure, but I kind of think they kind of sort of modeled Sonya Blade's face to kind of look like Ronda Rousey, kind of like Sonya morphing into Rousey. Like, it's not really her face 100%, but it does kind of look like Ronda Rousey and Sonya Blade did the fusion dance or something, like at least in the face. But we'll see what happens when Mortal Kombat 11 comes out. But yeah, a lot of people were like, oh my god, that's awesome. That's a cool new costume. Oh shit, that should be her costume from now on. And these are people that did not know that it was a Sonya Blade shout out, So everybody's like, oh my god, that's an awesome costume. So of course, what I understand, she came back on Raw with a regular Rowdy Piper inspired outfit, and people are like, oh man. But I knew it was like a Sonya Blade Mortal Kombat 11 shout out. I guess it can't say it because no one in the audience referred to it. It's kind of like when New Day were the Saiyans, no one said, like the commentators didn't say, hey, that's from Dragon Ball Z. I guess you can't mention that or something for loyalties reasons or whatever, royalties and all that. So anyways, the match is over real quick. Charlotte was there watching. Charlotte got on her face. Becky Lynch was recently injured. She got injured, her knee got messed up or whatever. She came on crutches. Literally came walking to the ring on crutches. And yeah, she basically beat the living crap out of Charlotte with crutches. And I guess she was trying to invite like Rousey to join her so Rousey can also attack Charlotte. And after a bit of pause and Ronda Rousey kind of staring down at Charlotte, Becky attacks her too. So Becky basically beat the living crap out of both Charlotte and Ronda Rousey with her crutches and everything, and they're all bent and messed up and everything. The security came and basically escorted Becky out and helped her, walk and everything. And yeah, I did notice that Sonya got grazed around here. She got cut open. From what I understand, it was not part of the script, but you know how it is when you're throwing blows and stuff. Like, you can't really control everything. I mean, there's going to be times where blood comes out, whether it's in the script or not, because you're still real people, But yeah, she got bashed open. She's going to need some stitches for that. So yeah, that was like Becky Lynch's spot. So the next one is, oh my god, all these matches are like so short and they're just whatever. So there was the no disqualification match, Braun Strowman versus Baron Corbin. And of course, since no disqualification, Baron Corbin started using weapons and stuff. Mostly like the kendo stick. I think he used a steel chair. Of course, Braun Strowman's such a big dude, doesn't really need weapons. He rarely used them. He was trying to use a table and stuff like that. For the most part, it was Baron Corbin using weapons. But then again, to take full advantage of the fact that no disqualification, Bobby Lashley and Drew McIntyre came in to help Baron Corbin, and they helped beat the crap out of Strowman and everything. They propped up a bunch of, they propped up 2 steel steps to give extra, leverage. They propped up a table on top of another table, and then Corbin, McIntyre, and Lashley all picked up Strowman on the steps and slammed him down on the double tables, and I was like, oh shit. So of course, Baron Corbin wins, and yeah, so we'll see what happens. So I guess even though Baron Corbin is no longer the acting general manager, he still has a bit of power there. He still got people that back him up. He still got at least a good graces of Bobby Lashley and Drew McIntyre to help him out. So we'll see what happens here. I guess it's this bizarre feud with Strowman that really doesn't do much for Strowman. Like, it does more for Corbin to keep Corbin on TV. It doesn't really do much for Strowman, but we'll see how long this lasts. So finally we got the male WWE Elimination Chamber for the WWE Championship. Of course the current champion is the new Daniel Bryan with his weird like ecological wooden type belt that I guess is more environmentally friendly or whatever. I was really hoping someone else would win it just to see someone else holding the belt before it turns back to a normal belt. But I guess they wasted too much time designing the belt. They didn't want to change it back. Because obviously speaking, that's like a belt for Daniel Bryan. You know, whenever someone beats them, they'll change the belt back to normal. So they kind of want to keep it like that. Or maybe they'll take advantage and create like a whole new belt. I don't know. But anyways, the participants were Samoa Joe, AJ Styles, Jeff Hardy, Kofi Kingston, and Randy Orton. And Kofi was an interesting story because there was supposed to be some kind of match on Raw or something. I guess it was a match to determine that whoever wins is the last person to go in the Elimination Chamber. It was supposed to be Mustafa Ali. But from my understanding, Mustafa Ali was injured in real life, so he couldn't make it. And I guess they chose Kofi to take his place. And Kofi had such a like awesome, super amazing match or whatever that, yeah, he was hyped up. They got him in the Elimination Chamber. Everyone was really hyping him up. Kofi's always been very talented, so people are now wanting to see him, like, you know, cut loose and show his real skills in the ring and not just, like, you know, throwing pancakes with the New Day. Yeah, they didn't really announce, like, what the match was, because there's supposed to be some kind of match between Mustafa Ali and you know, whoever else or whatever, but I guess they just drew in Kofi Kingston in there. I really missed what happened. I haven't been watching Raw or SmackDown lately due to my work schedule and everything, so I kind of missed out. But Kofi was incredibly over. This is probably like the most over he's ever been since back when he was, you know, when he was in singles competition. But yeah, it was a pretty good match. Unfortunately, like, I guess Samoa Joe was eliminated when I went to get some food or something, because I came back and I haven't seen him and whatever. There was a bit of a thing where Daniel Bryan was kind of scared of Samoa Joe. He was avoiding him. He kept saying, hey, did the timer start yet? Like, he wanted like someone else to come out of the pod so that someone else can attack Samoa Joe and not, you know, Daniel Bryan. And I think there was also a part where Daniel Bryan would, like, just wanted to climb up on the pod and just chill while everyone else was like wrestling and fighting each other. Like I said, Samoa Joe got eliminated somehow. I think Randy Orton did the famous RKO against I forgot. It was someone. It's been a while. He did the RKO. I think it was most likely against AJ Styles. Yeah, because AJ Styles was trying to do something. I think he was trying to do the phenomenal forearm off the rope. And Randy Orton came over, grabbed him, and RKO'd, and usual RKO out of nowhere. So that was an awesome way to take out AJ Styles. I usually don't, you know, complain about the RKO and all that stuff because it's like a one-hit kill, basically. But seeing him, like, grab AJ Styles, he was supposed to do the phenomenal forearm, that was awesome. I gotta give props to that. That was pretty cool. And I think he was trying to do a phenomenal forearm with someone else, but then that's when he got, like, you know, knocked out and pinned and stuff like that instead. It was like a roll-up pin. I really forgot who did that. Could have been Daniel Bryan, but no, I think it was actually Kofi. Actually, Kofi got him. He hit him with the Trouble in Paradise and got him out. And I was like surprised. So, and if I'm wrong, you guys can correct me because I kind of forget. But in the end, the final people were Daniel Bryan and Kofi Kingston. And I mean, they went all out. They were trying to climb up on the cage and everything. They had to throw each other down. There was this spot where it looked like they were gonna try to do some kind of like suplex or something off the top of the pod, but they got down. I think it all went downhill when Kofi was, well, first of all, there was a time where Kofi actually nailed him with the Trouble in Paradise, and I thought that was gonna be it, and he was gonna climb the top rope and do like a frog splash, but unfortunately Daniel Bryan got out of the way, and I was like, oh fuck, there we go. So he got out of the way, he got injured. Daniel Bryan, of course, got in position for his running knee, whatever he calls that move. And, you know, the moment Kofi got up, running Daniel Bryan right in your face, knee to the face, basically literally sending Kofi spinning around as he fell down. And he got pinned, and Daniel Bryan is still the WWE Raw Universal, well, not Universal because he's not even there, right? Yeah. He is the WWE Champion once again. He walks out. Everybody really loves Kofi. Everyone really loves Kofi. Everyone was cheering like hell. Honestly speaking, I would have loved Kofi to win. I want a rematch. I want something else. Do a rematch. Maybe they did this on purpose because they wanted Daniel Bryan to, you know, keep the title a little longer, but hopefully at WrestleMania or some other event, he can do like a rematch and get the title back, because Kofi was super awesome. Everyone was cheering. The New Day came to help him up and stuff. Everybody was saying, thank you, Kofi, and all that stuff. Everyone loved him. He really like got the crowd down. For people that had doubts on the New Day, that they're all just stupid and silly and whatever, and you know, the gimmicks and the pancakes and stuff, the Booty-O cereal. Like, no. Like, Kofi showed he still got it. He's like incredibly agile. I mean, all the flips. He does everything so effortlessly, man. Like it's like super easy for him, you know? He's super awesome. So I'm really glad he put up a good show. But I really wish he won. Yeah, other than that, it's a pretty good match. It's pretty cool. Not the match. I mean, the whole like event was pretty cool. The only two downsides were the Ruby Riott thing and the Corbin stuff I don't really care too much about. And I guess I'm actually really surprised the Usos won, especially after all the build-up and the Miz having another baby and all that stuff. I'm just surprised that they lost, so, like, okay. But, other than that, it was super awesome. I love the event. I love Kofi Kingston. He was, like, the most over. Like, had he actually won the title, I would have got up and be like, holy fucking shit, Kofi Kingston won the title. Because he was, like, this is probably, like, the most over he's ever been. And it just shows just how cool he is. And, again, not just relying on the gimmicks with the New Day and all that stuff. So it's kind of cool. And hopefully we'll get to see Big E and Xavier Woods also show off their skills on their own, you know, sooner or later. But, yeah, that's all I gotta say for now, guys. The only last thing I want to say is I don't know what's going on with Rise Ascent Women's Wrestling, because I think Rise 12 already came and went, but I'm not seeing it anywhere. I'm not seeing the website. Maybe it got the date wrong, or maybe they haven't edited it yet or something, but they're already selling tickets for Rise 13. I want to see Rise 12. I'm a big fan. I already know that there is no Rise 11 for whatever reason, but I want to see Rise 12. I want to review Rise 12, so you guys tell me how can I see it, because I want to see it, and it's on their website. I got the money. I got my wallet ready. I'll pay for it. I'll rent it, but I want to see it, you know? So anyways, guys, this is Mark Rodriguez here from Mark Marks Out, Wrestling Aftershock Reviews, and as always, it is all still real to me. See you next time.